Hey, and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff Hall. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. So if you don't know, today is a special day. It is International Women's Day. And today on the episode, I want to talk about something you may not know a lot about, and that is the gender fitness gap. I think it's really important we chat about this. Jess has a question. My husband has it so easy. He leaves every morning at 6 a.m. to go to the gym before work. I'm stuck with the kids and can never fit in any workouts. There's always so much to do. I'm really time poor with work, the kids, appointments. There never seems like any time left over for me. Men get it so easy. Do you have any tips on how to fit a workout in? Now, this is so true, Jess. Women have a lot of a mental load. And as much as like my husband is super helpful and he really, really tries, the mental load does fall on the woman's lap. For example, you've got to keep appointments with the kids. You've got extracurricular activities. You've got birthday parties. You may be organizing the house maintenance, if you have a cleaner or a gardener, or you're doing it yourself, or, you're cooking and the menu for the week and the shopping and all these things. It lands on your lap. Even though Ed will go to the supermarket for me, he's like, oh, what do I get? So then it's me having to tell him what to get. And, Arnold's got sport today. He needs a sports uniform, or he's got a show and tell this week. We need to do a poster for that. It all lands on the woman, I think. And I've been thinking about this a lot because it is International Women's Day. And I do believe that there's still a gender fitness gap. And we need to talk about that. I think that men do tend to get it a little easier because women are more time poor and we are the primary caregivers. We are. So I was looking at a fantastic research study. On a mission to close this gap, ASICS and their research team surveyed over 24,000 individuals globally, including over 1,000 Australians, producing the largest ever study of this kind about the gender fitness gap. And of all the reports, this found one detail that really stood out. Despite exercising leaving women feeling happier, less stressed, and more confident, over half of the surveyed female respondents revealed that they have minimized or stopped exercising altogether, resulting in negative effects on their mental health. And according to the data, there are 4 big challenges. One is self-confidence issues, financial strain, being time poor, and caregiving responsibilities. 74% of respondents said it was being time poor as a major barrier to exercise. And that's what I find too. It is so hard. And I will be completely honest with you. I have help. I have a nanny. She comes, she helps me, she'll look after Vader. I'll get some training in. I also have a husband that does shift work. He's at work very early in the morning, but then he has the afternoons off. So I can fit in exercise around that. I'm very lucky like that. But for women who don't have the caregiving and don't have the help, it is super hard. Overwhelmingly, nearly 2/3 of mothers surveyed cited that their role as primary caregivers had caused them to minimize physical activity, while other 3/4 of female respondents recognized lack of time as leading cause of the current gender exercise gap. And interestingly, only 34% of men did. So men aren't even realizing that women are more busy and that it's because of our caregiving duties that it's holding us back from exercise. What do I think about this gender exercise gap, and how can we help women to exercise and reclaim their exercise? I think there's a lot more the fitness industry can do, I think, to help close the gap. We need to ditch some outdated marketing strategies that focus on bikini bodies, bouncing back after babies, getting rid of this and that, and spot reducing fat, and engage and motivate mothers more by focusing on holistic wellness. So movement centered around, feeling good and improve mental health, because I know as a mum of 2 very little ones, my mental health and just feeling good is the most important thing. I don't care about losing weight. I don't care about fixing my mum tum, all of those little things that aggravate me, sure. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I can feel good, then I'm going to be a better mum. And so feeling good is so important. We need to celebrate well-being over how we look, I think. Whereas the fitness industry is still pretty stuck on how you look. And I think the ASIC survey is so great because it holds us accountable to changing this exercise gap. So how can women really reclaim their exercise? I think we have to put out there more that it doesn't have to be a marathon. Like, I'm a big fan of small, tiny changes to your daily schedule. I got up this week and I did a 10-minute express workout from my app. And it was just 10 minutes in the morning, but it was enough to change my physiology. And when you change your physiology, you change how you feel. You feel better and you shift what you focus on. You feel from negative to positive. And when you feel better, it's easier to make changes like shifting our work schedule to allow for more exercise, or getting up before the kids to join my morning mum club, or exercising before they wake up. All those little changes become easier once you move and you can set aside some time for yourself. You also need a lot of support. And that's where finding a strong community and an expert leader in that field to guide you can be helpful. And you don't have to go spend the mega bucks. There are great communities online for anything you're into, CrossFit or running, or, just an online fitness program community. Like, there are so many that can boost your confidence and hold you accountable to get results. But you do need that support. And I think you need to reach out to your husband, Jess, and sort of say, hey, you're going to the gym every single morning before work. How about you stay home twice a week and I go to the gym, or I do my home workout, or I go for a run? I think there really needs to be a compromise there, not just it's his way or the highway. I really do think that you need to have a chat to your husband and see when you can fit in some self-care, because it's really, really important. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company. So please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_XO and let me know what questions you'd love me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon. Happy days.